When are you going to be good enough? Hey guys, welcome back to Fearless Fridays. Today is Friday, November 1st. This is episode 45 of Fearless Fridays. I can't believe we're in November already. That's crazy, but here we are. Welcome back to the show. Whether you are a return watcher or a new watcher, I welcome you. Whether you're watching from IGTV or YouTube or Facebook, thank you so much for watching. So listen, I want to talk to you today from this idea of, maybe you're just not good enough yet, or are you good enough yet? I think when we begin to start something new in our lives, whether it's a new career path, whether we're taking a new path in our current career, or just any idea, any business idea, anything that we're starting that's new, sometimes we let the fear of not being good enough yet keep us from actually going for what we want. Instead of going for the big thing, instead of going after the thing that we actually want, the dream that's actually inside of us, or the vision that's actually inside us, we say, you know what? I don't think I'm good enough yet. So I think I'm just going to keep going after the small stuff, or I don't think I'm going to really go for it the way I want to. I think I'm just going to keep, going for the low-hanging fruit as opposed to going for the big thing that I want. And while I understand that idea, I understand the idea of wanting to go from level to level to level and start fresh. When you're starting something fresh, you want to start at the lower level and build your way up and build your way up and build your way up. And sometimes that's how you have to do it. I totally understand that. But I also don't like the idea of letting fear keep you from really going after what you want. Allowing fear to keep you going after the small thing, the little thing. So instead of going after the dream that you really have, the big dream, you go after the lower level version of that dream. And you keep going after the lower level version of that thing. And then you forget that you actually wanted the big thing, or you get so comfortable in the lower level that you don't even go after the big thing. And this is what I want to tell you. You're not good enough yet until you're good enough. You're not great until you're great. You don't know what you're doing until you know what you're doing. But the only way to know what you're doing, the only way to get good, the only way to get great is to actually do it. You have to actually go after it. You have to actually go after what you want in order to be able to attain it, and in order to be able to say, I know what I'm doing. So you're going to start something and you might be clueless, but you're going to do it. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. You're going to keep doing it. And you may fail several times, but eventually you'll figure out what you need to do in order to be successful. And then you're going to be able to do it. And then you're going to be good at it. And then you're going to be great at it. But the only way you get to the greatness is to start. The only way you get to the greatness is to actually go after it, to actually do it. You're not going to get to the greatness if you keep settling for, just good enough. You can't get to greatness if you keep settling for good enough. You can't. The only way you get stronger is by doing what makes you strong, is by doing the heavy lifting, is by doing something that you have no clue what you're doing. The only way you get stronger, the only way you get better is to keep at it and keep at it and keep at it. That is the only way. So this idea that I'm not going to really go after that big thing because I'm not good enough yet. Okay, it's fine to know where you are, but eventually you have to go after the greatness in order to get good enough. You have to go after it. In order to be good, you have to go after the goodness. In order to be great, you have to go after the greatness. You have to go after it. You can't let this idea of, I don't have enough experience, my resume isn't right, I've never done it before. Everybody started with nothing. Every person that you look at who's in your field, or every person who you look at who you kind of look up to, who has come to this high level, they all started with nothing. They all started not knowing what they were doing. They all started not being great. But the only way they got to their greatness was to go after it. The only way they got to being good enough and great enough was to go after it. They didn't keep going after low-hanging fruit. They said, you know what? I might not be big enough to reach that height yet, but I'm going to go after that. And eventually I'll be able to reach it. Eventually I'll be strong enough. Eventually I'll be tall enough. Eventually I'll be good enough to go after that greatness. So that's what I want to encourage you with today. Don't let your fear of not being good enough keep you from going for what you actually want. The only way to get to the greatness is to go after the greatness. The only way to get great is to go after the greatness. You got to go after it. So I hope that helped you. I hope that blessed you. That's what I have to share with you today. This is Fearless Fridays. As always, get out in the world. Fear stupid. Get out in the world. Live, love, go, do, be. And go after your greatness. Don't let I'm not good enough yet keep you from getting to good enough. Go after it. I'll see you next Friday. Bye.